What's up? It's John here from JJSC Tech, and today is a fun treat. We're gonna get into this Rodecaster video, and we're gonna see if it's any good, if it can replace the Atem Mini, and because, you know, it's basically a Rodecaster, a Rode Duo. I can't with Rode's names. They have too many names and they're pretty confusing. It's a Rode Duo with an Atem combined. So we're gonna see like the little nuances and etc. to see if it's good for you, especially if you're like doing something like a church stream or a event stream, wedding stream, whatever type of stream. As long as you have less than 4 cameras or 4 inputs, let's see if this is good for you. So let's see a couple of things. Let me do this one. Yeah. So as we see right here, this is the Rodecaster video all in one. By itself, it's $1,200. That's kind of expensive because you're not going into the territory of something like a Atem Mini Extreme ISO. That's the territory that you're going in. But the Atem Mini Extreme ISO doesn't do audio. So this is supposed to have the same. Yo, look at these prices for these bundles. 5,000, 6,000. Hold on. I gotta see what's included in this, because this is nuts. All right, what's in the box? Okay, you get the Rodecaster video. You get 2 pod mics. You get 2 512 Audio Academy closed back studio monitor headphones. 2 telescoping microphone stands, windscreen, XLRs, Oh, you got cameras. 3 Sony ZV-E10s. MPF batteries. Okay, so it's probably the cameras that made this go up so high. Okay. This one is 5,000. All right, so let's just look at this. Let's just look at this. So as you see, this can do quite a bit. We got 4 HDMIs, we got RTMPs, RTMP streaming key, 9 mix effect, and etc. Blah blah blah. Bluetooth. We're also going to be testing the the Rode. Hold on. This thing right here, the Rode Wireless Pro. Those wireless mics. We're going to be testing that as well to see how well that does. Let's see. You see right here, it has the same Aphex Vox Lab audio processing. So that's the same audio processing that you'll find in the Rodecaster. Rodecaster. Hold on, let me get the right name. Rode. Okay, the Rodecaster Pro and the Rodecaster Duo. Okay, good. Let me get the right name. So it has the same audio processing as this. So this is basically a Rodecaster Duo, which is 500, and basically a Atem Mini Pro. Now you see why I say this is kind of expensive, because you can get an Atem Mini Pro ISO for basically 500, and then the Rodecaster Duo is another 500. So what's the extra $200? Why is this 1,200? Now I think if this was like 950, 900, it would have been great, but I don't know. That's how Rode price their things, you know. That's what it is. So this is the unit right here. Gosh, my camera is a bit too heavy. Hold on, let me fix this. All right. Hold on real quick. Let me fix this lens because this is massive. All right, cool. I don't know why all of a sudden this lens wanted to be extra heavy and drift, but it is what it is. You gotta love live stream, huh? All right, let me focus this real quick. All right, boom. So this is the Rodecaster video, and you got your switchers right here, 1 through 4. 5 and 6 can be used for like USB type of cameras. Is this drifting? No, it's fine. Okay, yeah, and you got these right here at the top. These, as I understand, are scenes that you can switch. So you can set up the scenes inside of the Rode Central app, and then you can switch them back and forth. So as you see right here, these are lit up. Not everything is lit up, but only these 3. So what Rode detects, it will light up. Yep, this is drifting again. This camera lens is way too heavy. All right, we just had to let that rock. I have to look into a better setup for this. That's that lens, man. That's that 28-70 f2. That Canon lens. That thing is just too heavy. It's like 3 pounds. So my little rig up there, you know, it's, yeah, whatever. So the thing about these right here, so these only light up if it detects an HDMI source. So I can always also switch to this right here. Yep, they only detect, they only light up if they detect a HDMI source, and the rest of them stay off. I'm not sure if I like that, but I mean, that's the way that they went with it. I guess, yeah, it is what it is. I would like them to light up because that's how the Atem is, whether there's a source or not. So depending on if this Rodecaster detects, I don't know, something, even if you have an HDMI in there, if it doesn't detect a signal, it won't light up whatsoever. So I guess that's a good way to tell you or not if your device is working. Is this acting properly? All right. All right. Boom. Boy, I am struggling with this all of a sudden. All right, let's put it all the way up here. Yeah, that is maxed out. All right, let's put it all the way up there, and let's just maneuver this so it can fit in the frame. Okay, boom. Boom. All right, so another thing, another small little caveat that I figured out that I kind of don't like is as you see, there are two USBs for the computer. So there is the, let me see if I can tilt this up a bit. All right, so you see that gear, that gear cog wheel right there? All right, so that, you have to connect to that in order to do any configurations to the Rodecaster video. The other one is if you want to send the video signal to the computer. So you kind of like want to use this switcher as a camera input into your computer, you have to use that other one. What irks me is that I don't know why they couldn't just combine these two inputs into one. So this, if you got something like a MacBook Air, this is going to take up both of your ports on your MacBook Air. Because if you want to control it, you have to plug it into this cogwheel. I've tried it before and I thought like Rode Central wasn't working when I used this second one right here. This just sends a video signal. Yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. So you got these two right here. These two USBs are for microphones, and this third one you can use for like something like a SSD external drive to do like your recording to it and etc. And you have this Ethernet port that you can stream directly to, and you have your SD card for saving. I don't know if that's just for saving audio files. I would assume so, because I think that would be kind of slow. Well, depending on the SD card that you're using, it would be kind of slow for video and audio. Got my two HDMIs right here, and then you have your Rodecaster audio section over here. So right here you have your headphone, and then you have your left and right for monitors, and you have two combo jacks right here, XLR and 1/4 inch. And that's that for the back of the Rodecaster. Oh, you also have things like these right here. These are your antennas that come in the box when you purchase it. So if you want to do or connect this wirelessly, I wouldn't suggest that. If you're streaming, it's always best to do hardwire. You have that option as well. Boom. This is tilted, bro. All right, let me get it one more time, bro. One more time and fix this, because all of a sudden this want to give me nothing but problems. All right, stay right there. Don't move. You know what? Let me do this real quick. Boom, like that. Tighten this, because this might be giving my issues. Giving me a whole bunch of issues. Boom. Boom. This is a fixing your overhead camera 1-on-1. All right, I must say that that's annoying. I need a more feel-safe method. Make sure that's in focus. All right, boom. So let's get to what we came here for. The settings, how to set this up. So you see you got your record button and you have this right here, which is your, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a combo. As you see right there, it lit up. So you can navigate a whole bunch of stuff and adjust the volumes. All right, we're gonna test this because as I said before, we got the Rode Wireless Pro. So I wonder how you can adjust them though. Okay, so that's hold to mute, okay. Okay. Okay, cool. As you see, the way they made it is so you can like control majority of stuff from this unit right here. But some other things, let me just show you guys. Some other things you can only control using this app right here. So as you see, I have the Road Central app and you can do things like scene builder. So with the scene builder, you can do different scenes. So I can do HDMI source 1. I can also choose keys, like if I have a green screen and whatnot. Okay, so you would choose things like where you want your scene to be. So let me choose scene A. I can use a template that's already pre-built. So this can be input camera 1. And B can be maybe input camera 2. And then you can switch it around by just dragging and dropping. Am I mistaken? You can also reassign to different scenes. What is this? Okay, that's the transition. As you see, these are the different scenes, picture in picture. You got side by side, top, bottom, and customize. I think customize is where you can, I don't know. I was gonna say customize is probably where you can upload your own scene, like something like a template in the background that you create in like Photoshop. Because one thing about this right here is that, how do I go back? How do I go back? This camera is still drifting, bro. I ain't gonna play with it no more. I don't even know which part it's drifted. Maybe the ball unit. But here you can drag it around and yeah, but how do I get back? All right, let's do that again. Sign it to auto. Okay, great. Got to click on this little thing right here. What's up, Dwayne? And Dwayne Wood, how you doing? We are testing this Rodecaster video. If you got any questions, you can just let me know what you want me to try, and I will try it out. So again, you can put like camera 1 right here. You can add another one. Camera 2. Probably add another one and put that as maybe camera 3, which is my iPhone. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Is it true? Is it true that it does not have 4K? That is true. That is very true. The maximum resolution, as you see up here, is the width is 1920 by 1080p. It does not do 4K. And if it was 4K, this thing probably would have been $4,000. And it would have been much bigger. Yeah. It does 1080p 60, but that's fine. As long as you get a good camera, good lens, good 1080p is kind of hard to beat. Yeah, because I'm streaming 1080p. I have never streamed 4K, and all of my videos are 1080p. All right, so yeah, that's the scene. And if I want to switch to that scene, I can just go back there and switch it. You can also do different things like media if you have like a card to play video. Oh, that's one thing this does better than the Atem. You can play video directly from this unit. So yeah. So it is a switcher and does not allow all cameras to be seen simultaneously. It's a switcher, yes. If you want all cameras to be seen simultaneously, I think you would have to do something like a scene like this. So that would be right there. Okay, I messed this up completely. Let's start again. So I remember watching Tom Buck's video, and what he said is completely true. This is not something you just buy and the day after you have something like a important gig. This you need to learn. It is not as easy as the Atem at all. It has a little nuances and caveats that we're gonna also get into that you have to learn. For instance, like me trying to figure out this scene, it was working before. Okay, good. So you have your blank scenes right here at the top. So you can do template, which is picture in picture. As you see, here are the layouts. Boom. So you have your regular background. You can put your background to whatever you want it to be. And input 1, input 2, and input 3. So this is the way you would like get all 3 cameras on the screen at the same time. So you would switch to camera 1, my drifting camera, which is pretty annoying, and camera 2, camera 3, and if you want all 3, you would just hit the scene up there, and you can set these scenes up to be whatever you want them to be. Yeah. So that is that part. So that's the scene. So over here you have stuff like, this is your media. Okay, all right, bro. I need this overhead, like for real, for real. Struggling with this. We're gonna figure something out. I hit this like this, boom. I need a lighter lens. The lens is pretty, the lens is nice, the lens is massive, but this lens is way too heavy for this setup. Way too heavy. All right, let me not neglect. How many scenes can you have? And there are pages like the Stream Deck. From what I see, you can only have A to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There aren't any pages. You can do things like, let me switch back. Go full screen. So you can do things like, this is like a combo button right here. But from what I see, this doesn't operate the scenes. So this is more so audio. So you can add and remove channels. It's your combo. Yeah. So from what I see so far, there aren't any pages. You're only limited to these buttons right here for the scenes. So remember, the scenes are mostly only for if you are using this as a all-in-one device. You're not using Ecamm, you're not using Pro Presenter, you're just using this to stream from it, connect the cameras. It has like HDMI outputs, so you can see like an external monitor to see what you're doing, and no computer. So that's what you would use the scenes for. I wouldn't use those scenes since I'm using Ecamm. I see no point. Plus, they're really limited in what you can do. Ecamm, I can literally do anything. My borders can be all of this. But let's go back to this. Well, not that one. Keynote. The borders There we go. It's hard to go back. They need a back button for this because it's really hard to navigate. Once you're in a certain setting, it's kind of hard to get out of it. Input source, keys. Okay, boom. You click the scene first, and then, as you see right here, you can drag and drop media from the media library for scenes. So technically, one of these scenes can also be video. So you can load up a video here and then play it from one of those scenes. Okay, bro. Now, why did this switch? It says media library. Go out. Scene builder. Media library. Okay, but that's because media library is enabled. Okay. We are learning. We are learning. So if media library is enabled, you can't do anything with the scenes. You have to uncheck media library, and that's when you can do different things with your scenes. Yeah, like I was saying, you can only use like these square rectangular borders in the scene because these are pre-built. Custom, you can do custom scene, but you're still limited to those square borders. Let me see. Doing this essence, so I can bring the combo scene from the Rodecaster video into a scene in Ecamm and have all three cameras. Yes, you can do that. Yes, you can do that. You can also reposition the cameras as well. So as you see, here are the borders. You can't do too much. I wonder if you can press like an option key. Yes, you can press option key just like in Ecamm, and you can move it and position it the way you want it to be positioned. The only thing is you can't click on it. You have to click these in order to navigate. I mean, it's a first gen product, so hopefully with updates they can fix these small issues. And look, my HDMI 1 just went out. So see, this is another caveat. If it doesn't pick up a signal, that's my first camera. If it doesn't pick up a signal, you can't switch to it whatsoever. And all of a sudden, that just went out. I don't know why. This has been happening from since I was testing it. Now, I didn't go completely in depth. That's why I'm online right now and don't know what I'm doing because I wanted this to be as organic as possible. I think it still needs work. It's a good device, but it definitely still needs work because all of a sudden my first camera just went out and it is still on. It is still kicking, but for some reason the Rodecaster doesn't detect it and it will completely gray out that input. So that's what I said. I don't know if you want to use this the day after you pick this up and the day after you got like a wedding or something like that. I don't think that's a good idea because there's some little bugs and etc. That will get you pretty annoyed. All right, so that's the scenes. Pretty straightforward. I mean, kind of straightforward. And what went out? Of course, my overhead shot. So I always have a backup. It's kind of far, but it will work. Yeah, this one just grayed out completely. And I have a decimator. So let me pop that up. So this is only HDMI. So I have a decimator. So the decimator converts SDI to HDMI. And I have two of them because I have two cameras. And as you see, come on, iPhone. Come on, iPhone. As you see, I'm still getting a signal from the camera. Because if I wasn't getting a signal from the camera, I wouldn't have 23.9. I know it's hard to see, but 23.98, yeah, for the HDMI and the SDI. So my signal is still working, but for some reason, the Rodecaster doesn't pick it up anymore. Yeah, the Rodecaster does not pick it up anymore. So that's the thing that I don't like. If it doesn't see a signal, or it doesn't see a signal that it doesn't like, it completely terminates that input, which sucks. But that's why we're here. I have not been paid by Rode, so I will show you all the bugs. All of the bugs I will show you. Because I went out and spent my own money and purchased this. And I can tell you I will be returning it, because this right here, this is the Atem Mini Extreme ISO. I have not had any issues like that. Even in mission critical environments, I have never had an issue like that with this. But there's still hope for this, because it came out like, what, last week? So a couple of updates can fix this. Let's see. Let's get to audio. Let's get to audio. Let's see how good the audio is. Now, for comparison, the audio that I'm using right now is... Oh, I can just switch to my iPhone. Boom. So the audio I'm using right now is this Neumann, and that is connected to my Apollo. So I don't expect it to sound like this, but I am kind of cheating with the microphone that's plugged into the Rodecaster. I am using this AKG right here, which is the AKG XLS 414. This is a very good mic, many different polar patterns. So this should sound pretty good, but there is only one way to find out, you know? One way to find out. We got to test it. So let me kill this mic and let me use this AKG. All right, so killing this, 3, 2, 1. And boom. So you guys should be able to hear me. So how do I sound? I have completely switched over to the Rodecaster for streaming online. And this is what it sounds like. How do I sound? Which audio do you prefer? Do you prefer the audio that's coming from the Rodecaster, or did you prefer my previous setup with the Apollo and the U87? Oh, also, let me see something. Am I delayed? Is my mouth and the video, is it synced up? That's one thing I want to test. Because I didn't do anything. I didn't mess with any of the settings when it comes to audio delay within the Rodecaster. So I want to see if out of the box, if everything is synced up. Mind you, I am running a camera through the Blackmagic into Ecamm, and the Rodecaster is the microphone is plugged into the Rodecaster and coming into Ecamm as well. So they're two different things. I just want to see if it's actually synced up. All right, boom. So this is what you're familiar with in the Rodecaster. Now, you can't get these settings on the Rodecaster itself, which sucks. So on the Rodecaster itself, you don't have that many options. Oh, hold on. I might be wrong. So there's the combo. I don't know what the combo is. Channels. I don't know what the combo is. Testing 1, 2. Okay, so this is my mic. Okay, the combo. Combo means combo port. Why did they name it that? Because I know this is my mic because I put the gain at 43 and I know it has 48 volt phantom power. Okay, so I can see it here. And this little thing, this is touchscreen, so that's good. Custom processing, tap to reset, which I don't want to do. The gear. Yeah, this is all you can do from the Rodecaster itself. If you want to do more, you have to use the app. You have to use the app. Okay, so I was not mistaken when it came to that. So let's switch back to the Rodecaster app. That way we can get more in depth. So boom, clicking the wrong thing. This is combo. I can change it here to mic 1. And here you should be familiar. If you have a Rodecaster Pro or Duo, you should be familiar with all these settings. You get all the same settings that you get with those. So you have your high pass, you have your de-esser, you have your noise gate, compressor, 3-band EQ, as well as exciter and panning. So you get everything that you get with the previous Rodecaster. So the audio is the same. They're using the same Aphex preamps. So, and the Aphex preamps are pretty good. They're close to the mix pre when it comes to noise floor and etc. They're really good. They're really good. The only thing I wish was possible was if you can use your own VST plugins, your own external plugins that you purchase. I wish you were able to use that somehow, but that would have put up the price sky high. And as you see, you have video clips, you have sound. I don't know what sound is. And Bluetooth. Oh, we're going to test that because I do have the Rode Wireless Pro. We're going to test that shortly. So you can also do a bunch of EQ and etc. to the Bluetooth as well. You can call in with like the phone, and if someone is calling you, you're doing like a podcast and you're taking calls, you can pair your phone with this, and your online audience will be able to hear the phone calls. USB 1, that's if you have this is USB mic 1, and this is the USB chat, and USB 2. So if you are connecting to like multiple systems, like you're connecting to 2 laptops, then yeah, these are ways you can like do routing. And no, not routing. These are ways that you can make it sound a bit better for the different computer, or if you're bringing in the audio from a different computer, you can do some EQs and etc. to make that audio much better. Okay, so up here, as you see, this is something new as well. Frames. So you can do audio delay from the Rodecaster video. And you can only do this using the Rode Central app. There is no option to do this on the device itself. So you still need the you still need a computer. But maybe if you set it once, probably you won't need to set it again. Not sure. So those are the frames. You can do it by milliseconds or frames. And I don't know what this is. Master compeller. Not sure what this is. So I'll leave it alone. And you got your same things. You can monitor or mute. Yep, mute, and you can monitor so you can hear yourself, and etc., etc., etc. So that's the live mix, and here is where you can do routing. So your headphone, you can route your headphone, so it automatically picks up what the live mix is, but you can customize it, and you can do things like mix minuses for like different mics and whatnot. So like here, USB 1, you can do mix minus, custom. So basically the same things that you do with the Rodecaster Pro and Duo. You got the same thing. They didn't slack off, or they're not lacking anything in this department. The audio is the same as those units. You only get 2 combo jacks, which is 3.5 quarter inch as well as XLR. You only get 2 of those, and you have 2 USB for USB mics. So yeah, boom, boom, boom. That's that. And you can do things like auto switching. Auto switching is like similar to when you have Zoom and the person is speaking, the camera would automatically switch to them. You can also put like priority. I think that's what this is for. Link microphones to all camera angles that they appear in. Set priorities to influence how frequently camera angles. Yeah, so you can set priorities. So if you don't want it to switch to a specific camera as much, you can put that as the lowest priority. I don't want to get into that because I only have 1 camera that's working right now. Yeah. All right, boom. And here you have your streaming profiles. So you can only stream to 1 location at a time, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. If you add multiple profiles, can you stream to both profiles at the same time? No, it's only 1 at a time. Yeah. Boom. And this is, standard stuff, standard procedure. I don't know how good the stream is. I'll probably test that on my own time to see how good it is, to see if there's any like heavy compression and etc. But yeah, that is it for the Rodecaster app or Road Central. But again, it's what I don't like is this right here. I showed this before and I'll show it again because it is very annoying. All right, iPhone, switch. Thank you. As you see, there are two USB connectors. The cogwheel, that's how you control your settings on this Rodecaster video. And the other one right next to it that has the monitor on it, that's how you send out your video. You can't do both of them on the same port, which is a terrible idea because with the Atem, you can send out video and configuration settings. But with this, for some reason, you have to use both of them if you want to send out video and mess with the settings on this device. Hopefully they fix that. They'll probably fix that in like version 2 or something. Hopefully. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. What other settings are there? There aren't that many. Overlays. Yeah, so when I went to the B&H store, keyframing. When I went to the B&H store, they had a set up all inside of there, and there was a green screen, and you were able to do key in out. So it's not as complex as like the upstream and downstream of the Atem. It's not that complex. It's a simplified version. I think you can do lower thirds and etc. Man, let's just look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. And again, all that stuff can be done within Scene Builder. So let's say, for instance, I want to build scene 2, like B right here, and I want to do keying. Is this keying? Also, it doesn't tell you what these things are. If you hover over it, it should tell you. You got to figure that stuff out by yourself. Oh, there's a cogwheel right here. Okay, fade to black. You can reassign fade to black. That's cool. All right, let's go to template. Multi-source, input 1. For some reason, isn't working anymore, so let's do camera 2. And 3. Let me prop this up. That's just regular picture in picture. Color. Is this for the border? Yeah, that's border. That changes the border size. I mean, it says it's right there, apply border. If I just read. All right. I don't want to do that though. Let me do keying. As you see, it's not as intuitive. All right, let me delete that. Let's start again. Those are the transitions. Choose from custom or not, because that's just going to take me back to the same thing. Template. All right, you have your background. We can keep the background black. Input. Camera 1 for some reason is down. Camera 3. Let's just have both camera 3s. Boom, boom. All right. There isn't much to do. So, scene setup is active. Okay, let's change that. Scene B. This is for media. This is difficult. I'm not lying to you. This is difficult. This is not intuitive. It is not intuitive at all. What's up, Kev? I'm here trying to figure this out because... All right. So what I saw in B&H, even in B&H, it was a little buggy because what the guy had in the background, so he had two cameras and he had in the background like a fake cooking show. So you had the overhead camera and he had the main camera towards the table as well as the background, which was green. So to my understanding, what he told me, you were able to like put the key out the green screen and put it as whatever background that you want it to be. So similar to like how the news does it and etc. Like if you're doing like the weather, you can have like a map keyed out from the green screen and etc. I'm not seeing that option. I guess I'm missing something because this is not as simple to follow. There's that, and he also told me he's not really sure about lower thirds. So lower thirds, probably you would have to do something like import media. So you have to do your own lower thirds. I mean, that's similar to like the Blackmagic. For the Blackmagic, the Blackmagic Atem, you can't even do that. You have to use something like a hyperdeck, but you still would have to create your own lower thirds and etc. and play them through the hyperdeck. So I'm guessing since this plays video, you would probably do a video lower third and then load it into this, and that way you can do something like a scene. All right, let's just get rid of this. So scene B, I would do custom. I would choose one. So the first one would be input, which would be, oh, I forgot camera 1 is not working now. Let's do camera 2. So that would be right there. And what you would do is like use scene 2 as media. If I had media right there, it would show up right there. And I'll probably do scene 3 and I would just crop this. Crop this and put this in the lower third position. And you will click option right here to pull it down. Yeah. And just have this as like the lower third. I'm not familiar with the format because Blackmagic likes specific encoding in order to work properly. I'm not sure if this is limited to a specific codec as well in order for the lower thirds to work properly. But what I'm not getting is the keying, because if you can do two things in Blackmagic. You can have the chroma key and you can have the luma key. So the luma key is keying out black and a chroma key is keying out the green. I'm not seeing that option whatsoever in here at all. I'm trying to press these buttons. Well, this is like layers. Yeah, I'm not getting no options whatsoever. So yeah. Yes, sir. You have been warned. But as you see, if I press it, wait, hold on. Let me switch it. Here we go. Now all of a sudden it's doing the scene that I just created. But look at this. This isn't even lit up. So I can't even switch back and forth between the scenes. What is going on? All right, at least I can switch between these right here. This is buggy. I'm not gonna lie to you. And you just saw me set up a scene. Did I delete it? It's gone. All right, whatever. I probably deleted it. So as you see, this right here, when I press this, it's saying overlay. What is it overlaying? And right down here, this is like, you know, picture in picture type of stuff. And this last one is fade to black. So as you see, that is keying. I'm sorry, let me focus. Why did my camera look? Why does my camera look like that now? Oh, because it's being keyed. So if I was to remove the key, it will go back normal. Okay. So where can I manipulate this? So you got your blue, you got green, transparent. That's how it would key out. And look, the scenes came back again. Yeah, both of the scenes came back again. Remove. Yeah, that's odd. But I need to see where I can do the keying inside of the software. Switch back. Hey man, that's why you need troubleshooting sessions like these. Rode isn't paying me, so I'm gonna find every bug and I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. Okay, let me not sound negative. What I do like is it's small, it's compact. You have the same preamps as the Rodecaster. So that's a good thing. So it's basically a Rodecaster Duo inside of this small compact device. Rode is a audio company first. So this is their first venture into video. Like their first deep dive into video. I don't know if they were like playing with it in the past and etc. But this is their official deep dive into the video section. It needs work. I ain't gonna lie to you. It needs work. There's certain things that are pretty frustrating, very frustrating. Like definitely the scene builder. This is frustrating. So if I click key and setup is active on your Rodecaster device. Okay, so show me some. Okay, now it works. So if I want to key out 2, okay, here is where you do it. Chroma key, background, transparent. How did I get to this? All right, let's start again because I was not seeing that option. We go to scene builder and for some reason it's here. Okay, remove. I'm clicking that button. Okay, so I'm clicking this button and the pop-up is showing up on the Rodecaster device instead of showing up in the Rode Central app. I don't know why that is. So I guess it would be a nightmare to control this device remotely because you have to be close to it in order to confirm, remove. Yeah. So if I click the key, now I can do it, but it's not lit up? What? All right. Let's just do 2. Replace 2. Okay, let's just remove that because all of a sudden now my 2 input is completely dead. Input source camera 3 is HDMI 3. Input source. Okay, that's set to none. Camera 2. So I guess for some reason this turned off. So that should come back now. My camera 1 should come back. 4. Why was it off? There it is. Yep, my sliding camera in all its glory. Yeah, I don't want to fight with this. I have fought with this all stream. All right, that might work. Okay, I might have found a solution. Too late at the end of the stream, but I just might found a solution at the end of the stream. All right, let's see if I switch to the full. Move this out the way. Bring this around a bit more. Set up, set up, set up. Focus, focus. All right. Back in business. Somewhat back in business. It's getting darker here, so ISO is tripping out. But yeah, camera 1 is back. Yeah, so as you see, with all of the frustration that I had with setting this thing up and trying to just understand a few things, it can be pretty frustrating. Now you see why Tom Buck said this is not a device that you purchase and try to use the next day. I think it took him like a month to completely understand this device. And I can kind of see why, because there's weird things that is going on, weird quirky things, like my camera 1 automatically going out or set to none, and my scenes disappearing. And then if I click on the key, they automatically came back. So yeah, it's just some weird stuff that's going on. And things like this, if you press the key button, you have to go to the actual Rodecaster itself to verify or approve. Yeah. Yeah, to kind of like approve anything. But it should sound good though. It should sound good. I mean, it's the same Rodecaster. Yeah, it should sound good. I don't know if it sounds better than my previous mic setup, but I'll rewatch it and I will be the judge of that. Or you guys can tell me how it sounds. Do you guys have any more questions that you want to know about this device? Any other questions? My final takeaways is, let's test the Rode Wireless Pro. But my final takeaways is I wouldn't use it for professional work. I had this overhead camera. I don't need this anymore. I mean, this overhead light. I don't need this anymore. Yeah. If you're buying this, or if you're interested in buying this, test. Make sure you're familiar with all the little nuances, all the quirks. Test. That's all I can say. Because man, it can be a headache. But let's test this right here. Rode. I could just use my overhead. This is the Rode Wireless Pro. Let's test these. And when I was speaking to the guy in B&H, he said that you don't need the receiver. All you need is the mic itself, because it has a built-in receiver already. So let's test that out. Get this. I like using this microphone thingy, and I like using the windscreen because it cuts down on a whole lot of plosives and whatnot. All right, now let's get back to the Rodecaster, the Rode Central app, and let's see if it's easy to do this or not. All right, let's get out of this. Audio mixer. Bluetooth. Is that like a button I press or something? Well, mic one is my mic. Combo, video clips, sounds. What? Okay, add. There we go. So you add, and you can add wireless. So let me go here, pair, searching for the transmitter. Turn on TX and press power button to pair. So I guess that's the Rode button. There we go. That's simple. All right. Let me mute this mic. I don't know why it's not working. You can't make this up. You literally can't make this up. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Auto, I'm not seeing any levels. I'm not seeing any levels whatsoever. And it's paired. So I'm not sure why there is no input levels. I mean, you clearly gain assist processing, maybe. I just want some input levels. What am I missing? Am I missing something? Because this is supposed to work flawlessly. It's paired. Okay, there. I had to press the button again for some reason. I don't. Hold on. All right. So this is the Rode wireless. Okay, let me put this. Okay, so this is the Rode wireless, and this is how it sounds. You be the judge. I don't know. Also, you can also do things like fix the gain, and you can do processing as well. Let me monitor it to make sure I'm not clipping. Ooh, yeah, it sounds. It's not the best. I know some people might be saying this is 32-bit float, but 32-bit float only works with recording. It doesn't work when you're streaming. So make sure you do gain assist properly. Advance. You got your high pass filter. Okay. Very nice. You automatically hear a difference. So you can set this up. 78 seems okay. Let me just do 80. The SR is fine. Noise gate is working. Compressor. Hey, Jennifer from Twitchland. Do you have any questions about the Rodecaster video? You can let me know. And the compressor. Let's see. 25 seems fine. EQ. Ooh, flat. Let's do this right here. A bit of boominess. And the mids I can cut so it isn't as nasally. Testing 1 2 1 2. I can take down the boominess from the lows. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. This sounds crazy in my headphones. It sounds like it's phasing, but it might sound a bit different online. And the highs, I don't want too much of those. 1 2 3 1 2 3. That's too much, so you can just bring down a bit. Jennifer asks, so are you doing any podcasts? Nope. I'm just testing this for anyone who's thinking of buying it. I set up podcasts. I don't do podcasts myself, but I'm the guy working behind the scenes for podcasts. I'm the guy who helps you sound pretty good and look pretty good. I mean, this is the Rode Wireless Pro. I mean, the fact that you can do this is pretty good because it sounds much better than what it sounded like before. Exciter, I don't like exciters, but this does sound a bit better with the exciter, this Rode Wireless. All right, so let me turn off the processing so you can see the before and after. Okay, it's like, how do I do that? So this is with the processing turned off. So this is what it sounds like out of the box. And this is with the processing turned on. So you should see or hear a big difference. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Please reach out, please subscribe, because I have way more videos like this. So yeah, the Rode Wireless Pro works well. Just remember, you have to press the plus. Oh, let me stop using this. And let me use this mic, which is a bit better. Yeah, so, whoa, why does this sound so crazy? Okay, cool. Yeah, get rid of all of that. Listening to my own voice because that trips me up. Yeah, so there you go. So just remember, if you're connecting the Rode Wireless Pro, you got to press that button twice. First time to pair it, second time for it to actually work, because I don't know. Yeah, what are my takeaways from this device? It's a pretty good device. It's a pretty good device. It has some quirks that needs to be fleshed out. Okay, let me not be all negative. Start with the positives. The audio is good. The audio is you can expect the same from the audio. It's the same as the Rodecaster Pro and the Duo. I said that multiple times, and it is true. They aren't lacking anything in that department. The video is where it's not even really the video so much. It's the configuration. That is the part that is like a head scratcher. It's still a good device. It's a passable device. It's built well. It is like hard plastic. It does have an internal fan, so you won't have like crazy overheating done to it. I'm not sure how it would fare in like outdoors, Texas type of weather. I'm not really sure. It is a new device. If any of you guys are in Texas that have this device, please test it out. I would love to know. I don't like the scene buttons. I don't like them. I understand why they went that way for like ease of use, but it can be finicky, especially with turning on and off that key button. The key in itself is pretty difficult to understand, and the overlay, I don't know what the overlay does. Fade to black is fine. Yeah, that's about it. Where this excels is being a great audio device. I mean, it's Rode. Rode is an audio company, so there's like no hiccups when it comes to audio. But the whole interface type of thing and the configuration, and you got to go here and etc. And it's really hard to understand what to do or where to go for certain settings. No, nah, I'll pass on that. But yeah, there you have it. The Rode Wireless I'm sorry, the Rodecaster video. You got to do something with these names because it is confusing as well. Highly confusing. Oh, let me switch to my actual video. I mean my actual audio. So let me mute this mic. And let me get back to my old faithful U87. Okay, so yeah, that was it. I'm gonna watch this back and see how it sounds, like the difference between the microphones and etc. And yeah, should you buy it? It's up to you. You saw the grief that I went through. If you want to go through that grief, it's up to you. But if you're using it for like a podcast and you just want to switch and you don't want to do all that fancy stuff, you have another program to do like the overlays and like the scenes and etc. Then it's just a regular Atem with built-in, really good built-in preamps and etc. Then this is your go. But you are limited to only 2 mic inputs. Technically 4 if you use USB mics, but you can also use, if you have like a Rodecaster Pro 2 with the 4, you can connect that via USB to this and it will come through one of the channels of the Rodecaster video. So you can technically have 6 XLR inputs, but that defeats the purpose of just buying a Rodecaster and an Atem, which it would be cheaper. Yeah, I don't know who this is for. Honestly, I don't know who this device is for. Yeah, I don't know. I personally would pass on it. I'll return it. But it's a good direction that Rode is going into, especially for the prosumer market. Yeah, that's all I got to say. I have nothing else to say about this. So appreciate you guys for stopping by. Yeah, that was the Rodecaster video, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Peace.